I will resist the urge to turn this into a to and fro, although given the Noble Lord the Minister did come back to me rather robustly on the issue of climate, I will just point out that the Noble Lord Lorna Donis indirectly referred to one of the major reasons for the reduction in the UK's carbon emissions, which is the collapse of our manufacturing sector. And the Committee on Climate Change indeed says that we need to shift to looking at consumption emissions, on which figures the UK reduction is considerably less than the territorial emissions. But the question I actually wanted to raise was the statement refers to the AUKUS submarine deal. And there's been, since that was announced, considerable debate, and one of the issues there's grave concerns about is the nuclear non-proliferation potential risks attached to this, because Australia is the first non-nuclear armed state to remove nuclear material from the IAEA inspection system, which is setting a new precedent which many people are expressing concerns about. The IAEA, of course, is not able to monitor outside the current nuclear powers, naval nuclear reactors, especially on submarines, given their secret location and being inaccessible while submerged. Does the government acknowledge that there is issue here, there is international concerns, and what's it doing to address those nuclear non-proliferation concerns?
Lords, I'm not going to repeat the facts that I gave the Noble Baroness. I mean, that they stand for themselves. I'm sorry if they felt robust. They were not intended to be robust. They were intended to be informative. But there we are. So far as the AUKUS arrangement is concerned, I don't want to trespass into internal considerations of a great ally like Australia. The reality is that, though I hear what the Noble Baroness says, the reality is this is an enormously significant agreement which has come, and I do give my right honourable friend, the Prime Minister, full credit for this. This cooperation in terms of submarine development compatibility it is a real step forward in the international cooperation. The security of Australia, a much valued ally and friend of this country, is important to us. The security of the Pacific is important to us. As I said, 60% of global trade is going to be moving through this region. And I believe that this arrangement, just as our cooperation with Australia in Five Eyes and other very sensitive arrangements, is a very important part not only of our security, but of our allies' security, and indeed of world security. And I make no apologies for that agreement.